Boy, 8 years old.
Breaking news.
I'd have killed him.
Whatever this guy's name is, he's now in custody, and we're taking him out right now.
Announcer over here.
Investigation. The day has been incredible with 20 shots fired, explosions, and a suspect holed up at 67 Franklin Street. A hostage negotiator came on scene, and moments later we heard there was an arrest.
Yeah, exactly right. The moment tonight where everyone cheered, and you can imagine the exhale in Watertown tonight, and indeed all of Boston and Massachusetts, and really across the country to know that the second suspect has been taken into custody. This
he would
is
go
the
under
ambulance
a
leaving
military
now.
court.
We understood
Obama will let him go to court and have a lawyer. You don't deserve none of that.
If they were life-threatening or not, but that he was definitely compromised.
Why
They
did
found
New
him in
York
the boat
State
tonight.
death penalty?
They surrounded him. They sent in a robot. They ultimately decided, you know, it was time for himself to give up, and he did.
That's right. Suspect number 2, if you are just turning on right now, suspect number 2 has been arrested after a long negotiation and a stand-up outside of Franklin Street in Watertown. Let's go to Bob Ward.
What a great moment, huh? That applause. We knew that applause had to signify something, and it did. Jared Holbrook getting it confirmed. I also got it confirmed from one of the law enforcement out there saying that he is in custody.
We knew he was injured in the shootout there last night. He got away, but he got shot.
Everyone in the state of Massachusetts, as I said earlier, and certainly for people like the victims' families and who lost so much, people who lost limbs and everything else, to know that these two perpetrators are off the streets. And I would talk to you more about this in a moment, but I want to see if we can bring in Jared Holbrook. And Jared, did you have a chance to see inside that ambulance at all?
We saw the ambulance pass by, and then it's been stationary for a long time. We haven't seen it go back by, but Mark, I'll tell you, I was sitting there listening to, watching some home video that somebody shot right next. Okay, let me interrupt here. I'm hearing applause from the crowd right now. Applause from the crowd. Everybody's screaming, yay. They're excited that the suspect has been in custody.
I just wish they'd killed him.
I was sitting here watching some home video of somebody shot on their cell phone right next to where the gunshots were going off, right there. And our friend Paul from earlier talking about the series of gunshots, I heard them on this home video. He was not exactly...
Jared, let me just interrupt you. Boston police have confirmed this as well. I don't think we can say this over too many times, certainly. We're getting a number of confirmations now from all different types of people, and people need to hear that to be reassured that, in fact, this suspect number 2 is in custody, and they can breathe a sigh of relief tonight.
That's exactly right. And Jared, if you're still there, I think what was I thought it was so concerning that we didn't know how this was going to end. We heard so many shots fired, 20 to 30 shots, and then some 15 minutes later we heard a number of explosions, and there was a concern that explosives may have been strapped to this body. So it's just interesting how this has unfolded.
Now the question is, where is this suspect right now? Because, you know, we can't get that close to the scene, obviously. No one can with the press, but you wonder if potentially this suspect is in an ambulance that's coming by. And I put that to Bob and Jared, if they have any type of vantage point to know whether or not he's driven out already, if he's on the way out, if he indeed needs to be in an ambulance or just in a cruiser at this point.
And they went out
Mark, I think my cruiser will leave nobody in the back seat right now. I would imagine if he's injured,
why don't you go do that in the bedroom? So I'm not bothering.
And I would imagine
why don't you stay out here?
take him to a hospital nearby and get him treated for his injuries.
Who was the other guy to this one?
It's very important for them that they get him alive. All the information that
I know.
this man may have about any possible future cells or anything.
All right, so we are at the climax of the story. Dzhokhar Tsarnaev and Tamerlan Tsarnaev. Tamerlan is dead, and Dzhokhar in custody. We don't know how badly hurt he is. We know that he is injured, and the police convinced him to come out from under the canvas in the boat that he was hiding in a suburb of Boston, Watertown. He apparently had some kind of explosive components with him, but we will shortly know exactly how the arrest was made. So I don't want to speculate. It wastes your time, and it wastes my time, and it makes me look like an idiot. So
I love O'Reilly. He's awesome.
What we will tell you is this.
He tells it like
this
it
man
is. I love that guy.
Will be charged with capital murder in a federal court, and this man will be executed by the United States of America.
Damn right.
I will guarantee that this evening. You concur?
I definitely concur. As you know, from your lips to God's ears, and I'm sure it will happen. Just as Timothy McVeigh was executed with mass murder, this is absolutely appropriate. This despicable crime. They put that bag, that bomb, right next to the 8-year-old. Right. They knew exactly what they were doing. They put it at street level. They knew they were going to cut legs off. They are richly deserving of ultimate punishment.
Yeah, and they killed a police officer last night. You know, and we want to, you know, basically, you don't want to forget about the police officers who responded to the shootout last night. And 33-year-old Richard Donahue, seriously injured right now, fighting for his life in the hospital. An MIT police officer is dead, shot dead by this guy, Sean Collier. So, look, the brother's in hell, fine. This guy is going to be in hell. It's just a matter of when.
Just a matter of time.
And we're happy about it.
We are. The big picture now is this is the new face of Islamic terrorists. Whether it's homegrown, I do.
You think it's
whether they are born here as Anwar al-Awlaki or Nidal Hassan, born here, or brought here at a very young age, like this guy, 8 years old, his brother 13 years old, and radicalized as they matured. This is
Commie Muslim. How much worse than that can you get?
Al-Qaeda has no capability right now to mount the sophisticated attacks. We have disrupted Al-Qaeda Central, but it is these self-motivated radicals that are the new danger.
All right, let's go to Shepard Smith in Watertown, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
What say you?
Bill, a quick 10-minute drive over here from downtown Boston on a night where the streets are still empty across, and we were listening as you were to Fox 25 here in Boston as the word came down that in fact he is in custody and not been taken away from that scene. I think there are a lot of things we have yet to learn, Bill. We don't know about the rest of that facility there. We don't know about these explosions that happened. We haven't yet heard from police on other matters regarding the possibility of these other 3 who were taken into custody tonight, 2 men and a woman for questioning. Whether that's related or not remains to be seen. I'm turning around because we're waiting to see where the suspect ends up in a long night ahead. Of course, authorities have said they're sending that robot in to make sure that there are no unexploded ordnance in there, and they're saying, our sources are saying they're going to go very slowly at that crime scene tonight. But for Bostonians at least, and really for people across America, with suspect number 2